idea why it's not working. Yeah, that's what I was trying. I think they can hear us, but I don't know why we can't hear each
Yes.
other.
Are you live now?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't see you live. The only thing it says. And the other ones are
No, that's the old one. Video.
delete the other one because the other
There
on
you
my
go.
phone, the other two
There you
is
go,
up.
right there.
Oh, okay.
See if you can hear. Hello, 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 hello. See if you can hear.
Yes.
Yeah, it's something
Hello?
here.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, we're
See if you
gonna
can hear.
we're gonna do this that way.
Hello?
I mean the headphones. This is clear. We're gonna do this that way.
Oh, wait, keep playing. Keep doing that. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello.
We're gonna have the echo come in the room and we're gonna bounce off.
Oh. Okay. Wait, stay on you. I need that. That's so weird. Like literally, we just did everything. Like, what did we press? Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah. So we're just gonna
At least they can hear you.
yes. Thank you so much.
Oh. I have to be here.
I know, I know.
I'm
It's
trying to figure out.
everything worked out perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Thank you guys for your time and patience. I want to say thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to the Voices of the Base 750, the Community Network podcast. So thank you so much for tuning in. We apologize once again for the delay. All right. Usually we will start off with a prayer, but we don't have time for a prayer right now. We always have time for a prayer. So just give me a second to give thanks to the one and only that made this happen and possible for us. All right. Just take a minute. Our Father that's in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, that will be done on earth as in heaven. Thank you so much, Lord, for everything you have done for us to bring us together for us. We just ask you to lead us and direct us. Keep us mind focused on what's important. And also give us the opportunity to open doors for others. We just want to say thank you and your grace and continue blessing us. To everyone that listened to the voices of the base, bless them as well, Father. I just want to thank you. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. We're going to go ahead and get you set up. We got a great show coming for you. We're going to start off with the topic for the day. And also we will give special birthday shout outs to the birthday people of today. We want to say happy birthday to you and everything. Also, we want to address certain issues that came to our mind from that last time. It's like recaps on the subjects that we discussed. So we have a lot in store for you. Right now, we're just going to, we got a great guest coming to the show today, Lavon Unique Richardson of Juvenile running for office incorporated. He's the CEO and founder of this program, and he's going to bring it to you, and he's going to let you know what's going to take place. So just bear with us, and we make sure that we're going to make things happen. All right. So how you doing, my brother?
All's well. We always can't complain.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. So right now, we're just going to open the doors to homelessness. That's in New York City that people that I see personally that people are taking hard effect on that we need to address. My question is that we have programs set up for this. So why is the children and teens the most that affected by being homeless on the streets? There's nowhere to turn. I mean, they're all places to turn to, but what is the real problem that they are not in a shelter or someplace safe during the wintertime, during trouble times? Who can they outreach to? All right, so I'm gonna shoot this question to my brother James, and maybe he can shine the light on
Just so
something.
happens I work in the shelters. So what we have to start at is that everybody who appears to be homeless isn't homeless.
Everybody that appears to be homeless isn't homeless.
Homelessness has become a hustle as well, where people know if they stand out on the street and look like they need help, the good people are gonna help. So let's do a little bit of math. If I go out and stand out on the corner and I ask 800 people for $1,
Yeah.
but only 500 give me $1.
Wow.
I made $500 that day. Now you do that 7 days a week, you have an income, a good income, tax-free income. So homelessness, everybody who appears to be homeless isn't homeless. Trust that. Trust that. And we also have to touch on the fact that we have the rental prices in the city is ridiculous. So it's regular working people now who are homeless because they can't afford to get an apartment.
Wow. True,
So
true.
homelessness isn't just because somebody out there that's dirty and there's people that's coming to your job right now that's going back into a shelter. They just not letting you know that they're going into a shelter because they can't afford to live. I see studios all the time for $3,000 in the 5 boroughs. $3,000 for a studio.
Wow, that's crazy.
How can you afford that? How can we afford that?
True. The cost of living is definitely high and everything. And when they barely making it, it's a struggle. Not just for them, to tell the truth, for everyone. It's a struggle, and the city is to me, I think the city is taking advantage
They are.
of the situation. And it is like, okay, we're just going to raise the taxes on these homeowners, and they are raising the rent or the mortgage on the tenants. I don't think it's fair.
There's profit in downtrodden people. We don't see it, but people are profiting off the projects, everybody being low income, keeping people in the rut. They're profiting off of that. We don't get any of that profit, but they do profit off of it.
Wow. Okay, I got another question for you. All right. Let's talk about the ones that really are homeless. All right. The kids, I see, tell the truth, I see a lot of teens, young, sleeping in the laundromats, sleeping in buildings, stuff like that. Why they are so afraid to go to the shelter?
Well, I'll start with as far as the men's shelter. Well, in some women's shelter, it could be dangerous. It could be dangerous, depending on where you go, because what it is, you don't go directly into a nice shelter. You have to go into a shelter, something like on Bedford Avenue that we all familiar with. You'll go there first. A young man, a young woman can't handle that. So they rather sleep on the street than to sleep in there.
Wow.
They're safer on the street, they feel, than to sleep in there.
Wow, that's deep. That's deep because the city, I thought they should have at least, don't they have guards that patrol at nighttime? I don't know. You know better than I do.
They supposed to.
Yeah.
But are they?
I don't.
We are living in this culture now.
Right.
So you can have guards sitting around the whole table, but if all of them are like this,
wow. All right.
You walk around the city and you see police posted on the worst corners in Brooklyn, supposedly to protect us, and all of them are like this.
Yeah, it's true.
So when the shots do pop off, what they see?
Their phones.
What they see? a
TikTok
or somebody sent them.
Wow, that's true because I did see them stand on the corner
And they looking at
and
their
the
phone.
phones, and they're having a deep conversation among each other.
Right.
So I do see that.
They should be surveying the area,
Mhm.
but they looking in their phone.
Wow. Okay.
So
So if someone that was homeless and they know they're about to be homeless, what's the best way that they can contact and get shelter?
well, just like we in the cell phone age now, Google.
All right.
If you're a woman, you Google where you could a woman's shelter. You're a man, you Google a man's shelter. Get information. Don't be scared to reach out and gain knowledge about your situation. Because everybody also that's homeless is not just like what we consider a bum. If your house burns down, you're homeless.
Right.
You're going
right.
into a shelter. Just because you're in a shelter don't mean that you somebody don't have a job.
Absolutely. Oh wow. For real? Oh,
And then
yeah.
I tell you also the shelter has become a hustle for people. There's people willing to go into a shelter to get a voucher to get into these new buildings.
Oh wow. So when you say that, getting into the new buildings, so why are these new buildings not letting these people that's in the shelters in?
Well, when you start talking about money,
Mhm.
what you gonna do? They're not gonna turn down money.
Well, I asked around to some um, homeowners, and I asked them why they don't want people from the shelters into their homes. They said, number one, they are going to vandalize the
See?
property.
And unfortunately, that's a stereotype.
Mhm.
Because like I just said, if any one of us in here right now was to leave here in our house or apartment burned,
Mhm.
if you don't have a family member willing to let you in, you're going into a shelter.
Absolutely.
So that don't mean you're gonna go in somebody's home and vandalize it.
No.
It's just, there's people in the shelters that work in the post offices. There's people that work, there's police officers. If you don't have once all you own is gone, if you don't have somebody that you trust or then trust you to let you into their home, you're going into a shelter or you're sleeping on the street.
Yeah, that's true. That's so true. But just like I think this New York City need to do a little more better of connecting people to programs or some kind of help that would get them on a path of getting them back where they need to be living wise. And I mean, I don't think we have enough programs
No.
to have that.
Again, since I work in the housing area of the shelter system. I work in the housing area of the shelter system.
Yeah.
So once these people get in the shelter, they do have help to get apartments and things like that. But they have to put effort into themselves. That's our issue as a whole. The people don't want to do anything for themselves.
Right.
I see people that get in there and they expect everybody to do everything for them. We have also had people and seen people who go to prison in the wintertime because it's cold outside. They know they can get 3 hots in a car. And that's what the shelter system is become.
Okay.
Why should I pay rent when I can get 3 square meals a day?
Right.
And I don't have to pay no rent. So all my income stays to me. You don't have to pay the shelter system anything.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think of it like
And
that.
you get to go out. Only thing that they have an issue with is that they have to be back by 11 o'clock because of the curfew. But other than that, they get to walk around free.
So
they keep their own paycheck.
Okay. So when is check-in time? I mean, they have a certain time.
I guess it depends on certain shelters, but as far as I know, 11 o'clock.
Okay, because I've been seeing on TV, I don't know, but it's like 6 o'clock. If you first come, first serve, if they're out, you're out.
Different company, because all shelters aren't run by this. Shelter system is private companies.
Mm-hmm.
The city may oversee it, but they're not running each individual company.
Okay.
So each company will have different rules.
Or some private as well? Or
right, most of them are private.
Okay.
The city, as far as I know, I don't know about the city shelters.
All right.
Most of them I'm familiar with a private agency.
Oh, I thought it was all city. I didn't even know it was private.
Department of Homeless Services oversees all of them, but they don't run all of the shelters.
Sure. Come on, Cindy.
Don't put the camera on me behind.
All right. Come on.
Hey
Come on,
guys,
Cindy.
hey guys. So I'm definitely listening in, and I truly understand. But on the other side of homelessness, these people that are helping them get into their homes, like there used to be a lot of people that have houses, Black people that have houses, and then they let their friends come and rent out their apartment through their Section 8 programs. But what's happening is the city isn't paying them anymore. They're making it so hard for the people that own the houses and own the apartments to actually get paid.
Okay.
You know, like when it comes to when people have to come and they have to do their search the house and stuff. Yeah, the inspections. One thing wrong, they don't pay them. So now you have a tenant in your apartment that can't pay it. And now you have the Section 8, the city that's supposed to be helping, that's also not paying anymore.
Wow.
So
Okay.
that's also a reason why a lot of people are just like, hold up. Like, yeah, because now they have city FEP where everybody's like, I'd rather them have that than Section 8.
Exactly.
You know, and a lot of these shelters aren't giving that anymore unless you have children, unless you are working, unless, you know. So it's so many stipulations.
You definitely have to be working.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
You definitely
Yeah.
have to do it. And that's a misconception people get to, oh, you're just going to be in a shelter and you're unemployed. No, shelter, you have to work to get these things.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that. I thought you were on the shelter.
They check your butt in the shelter system.
Oh.
It's not just go in there and lay down.
But don't they have to be out at a certain time? You know, like in the morning time?
If you're unemployed, they're not going to force you out.
Okay.
But they have employment specialists and people like that to help you get a job.
All right.
So if you don't have a job, you should be looking.
Oh yes, I thought.
That's what they try to motivate you, but you know how people are.
But don't they
That's
set
how
that
I
up for you when for job searching programs, like to help you get a job, get you back on your feet?
They have an employment specialist.
Okay.
It's a whole area where you have computers and you can go up there and search for unemployment, and they will help you if you choose to go up there and look.
Wow. So most people say,
But I can't speak for every place either, because I don't know if every place has that.
all right, because I do see a lot of shelters in the community that we are trying to focus on. I never knew there was one on New Lots, and
Yeah,
I didn't even know it was a shelter was over there.
They all over the city. A lot of these little small hotels that you see pop up are now shelters. The little hotels that us Brooklynites have been here for a long time. Like I would never stay there.
You're not by yourself. I see.
They wasn't making no money because none of us would ever stay there on Atlantic Avenue.
True.
Now they're shelters.
Oh, wow. Yes.
And the thing about the shelter system as well is that just because you're from Brooklyn don't mean you're going to end up in a shelter in Brooklyn. So a lot of the people that you see in these shelters around Brooklyn, they could be from the Bronx.
Oh wow.
They could be from Queens. They walking around these neighborhoods and some of them don't even know where they at.
Wow, that's deep. So they also lose a lot of families that way because don't they, like certain families, they have to be split up, like the mother and the children or the father?
If it's a mother and she has children, she would go to a family shelter. They have intake places for the whole family to go to that shelter. Yeah. If the man, don't get me wrong, I don't know all of the ins and outs, but if the man isn't married, he may have to go someplace else. Okay. But they're not splitting the mother and her children.
Okay, so that's a good thing because
One more thing. If there is anybody out there that's under the age of 21, I have a big suggestion for you. This is somewhere that I went when I was 18 years old, the best place I've ever been to. I went to the shelter called the Covenant House. They had 2 locations, but I think the one that's open now is on 42nd Street. And it literally is the best shelter that you will ever go to. They take care of you. They house you. They like they said, they have an intake center, but they also provide you with a one-on-one person that is like your person that you go to for every single thing. And literally, it's the best place that you ever go. So you actually pay rent there. It's not that much rent, but it's probably maybe like $50 a month.
Wow. Okay.
But when you leave, you get all that money back. After you get your vouchers for the program.
Where can I sign up?
Right.
You know?
It was the best place I've ever been to. Like, so that's my suggestion. If anybody's looking, just go to covenanthouse.com and you'll find out all the information there. It's on 42nd Street.
What's the name of that again?
The Covenant House.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Can you introduce yourself?
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. My name is the Integrity Girl.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to have you aboard.
Yes.
Yes. So we just want to provide y'all with information and knowledge of what's taking place in our community. And we think it's a major fact that we need to address certain things. We are not just a podcast. We are part of the community as well. And when I say that, it's a lot that we need
The camera's not on you.
to be addressed to and everything. So I just want to reach out to y'all. I have any questions, please send a text or whatever. Hold
Let
on.
me add something else before we go on. I work in a woman's shelter, but if you're a woman and you need help and you're homeless and you want to get off the street, there's an intake center in Brooklyn, East New York, 116 Williams Street. Williams Avenue?
Um,
116 Williams Street in East New York, there's a shelter for women. So you can walk right in there and they'll assist you from that point on.
I think that's what we need more of too. Those resources. You see how we actually tell them what to do. That's the hardest part, is actually figuring out where to go, what time to go. So giving those resources.
It's open 24 hours, lady. So if you're hungry and you have to sleep outside, you don't have to sleep outside. 116 William Street, East New York, Brooklyn.
all right. Don't they also have one on Livonia and Pennsylvania?
Now, see, that's the thing is, just because it's a shelter does not mean that you can just walk in and get a bed. So So the best bet is if you're in Brooklyn, you go to 116 William Street. They'll take you in there, feed you, and then from there they'll send you to another shelter.
Okay. So
And one more thing, don't forget, we have city council. Don't be afraid to walk into these city council offices and ask them for resources. You can. That's what they are there for. You
Yes,
vote for
yes.
them for this reason.
absolutely.
Walk in there, their workers will let you know where to go, how to get there. There's sometimes they even give you a Metro card or anything like that.
Exactly.
Yes.
Use the city for what they are there for.
And if you go in there and they don't give you the information or would help you out, let us know.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Definitely.
Let us know.
But-
We'll address it for you.
Yes.
Or with you.
But we coming to that. Y'all need to know what the councilman in your district means and what they stand for. Y'all pass, they're right there in the community, but they don't get the public involvement as much they should. So that's also, we're going to have a councilman or councilwoman coming on to this podcast as well to give y'all more details, how to get in contact, what the benefits of contacting them, and how to benefit off of their shoulders. They can help you in a long way, but you have to be part of it so they can address issues that matters to you. So we are the voices, and we're going to bring it, but we need for you to be part of the base as well. All right, so definitely we're going to make this happen. Once again, my name is Kelvin Frazier, and we also got James on the mic, and also we got LaShawn Wilson on the mic and everything, and we're just going to try to make things happen for you and everything. 1 second, please. All right, so thank you so much. And we're going to be right with you. We're just going to try to get everything ready and everything for you. All right. Once again, we want to give a happy birthday to the birthday people today. I had a list, but I don't have it in front of me, so please forgive
I
me.
don't worry about it, but I want to say happy birthday to my cousin Taiwan Dasher. Ty, happy birthday, cuz. Love you. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
That's right. You got a birthday coming up.
My birthday is Monday.
Happy
Y'all
birthday!
I'm still here.
So definitely reach out to him. Yeah, I want y'all to call him, text him all day because you love to sleep. Keep him up. All right.
No, I'm setting up a GoFundMe. So y'all can go fund me some of that money for my birthday.
I hear that.
Can
I
I
hear
can I
that.
do a quick plug?
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
All right, so I'm definitely here. I'm representing the Family Friends of the Wrongfully Convicted. It's a nonprofit organization that helps people that are getting in prison that are wrongfully convicted. We are at 277 Classen Avenue. Do not be afraid to come in, stop by, ring the bell. Online there's the phone number. Call the phone number. His name is Derek Hamilton. He will answer. He answers all calls. He answers all texts. If you have any problem that you feel like you are wrongfully convicted, just definitely hit him up.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
It's in the basement. It's in the basement. It's in the basement. So you come down the stairs on the side, because when I first came here, I was upstairs knocking. People looked at me like I was crazy. So definitely comes down the stairs on the side. So they're very good organization. I say support as much as possible. Come on, reach out. What else you got for me, Jake?
This is my little job. I'm supposed to drop a little gem, so this is my gem for today. To some people, you are a number that they may not be able to count up to, but they believe they can count on. And I say that meaning that people look at your income, they don't know whether it's gross or net, and they believe that you got money. So they come to you. And you realize that these people keep coming to you every time things get hard, they come to you because they believe that your pockets are long. So people are counting on you. People bills get paid because they believe that they could get some of that money from you. So stay woke. Now my brother's up in the house.
Yeah.
The host of the show, my brother, LaShawn Polo Wilson. I'll let him take it from here.
All right. Welcome, fellas. Yo, it's a
Mic
pleasure,
check,
man.
mic check. How y'all doing out there? How y'all
Oh
doing
my
out there?
goodness, it's been a long time, my brother. Been a long
Peace.
time.
How low can you go?
You know. Thank you for joining the Voices of the Base. Just want to
Gotta
give
give
some
my
love.
brother an introduction.
You
Go
know?
ahead, bro.
Go ahead,
What
go
up,
ahead.
man? Oh, this is
Do your
on
thing.
TV, bro.
This is
TV, bro.
this is my guy. I know for over 45 years. Over 45 years, he is the founder of Juvenile for Justice. Did I say?
Nah, Juveniles
running for office.
Yes,
Juveniles running for office. We're gonna let him explain, what his organization is about. We're gonna let him tell you, his history, his bio, where he comes from. But this brother is the truth. He spent time behind the wall. He's been home for over 21 years. He's my son's godfather, Lavon Unique the Great.
Peace. Hotep, y'all. What's going on? Love y'all, man. What's happening?
Welcome.
Yes, thank you, man. I appreciate this opportunity. I don't usually go on podcasts. I've been invited, but this is the only one I ever went on because this is family. So, we got a long history, man. Despite my despite the long time that I did in prison, but to tag on what I was talking about, I'm also connected with the wrongful convicted. I'm one of the ones who started the the wrongfully convicted. Yes, I was out there when Derek was locked up. I was out there fighting for him to come home. When Shabaka was locked up, I was out there fighting for him to come home. Friends, a bunch of my homies, a bunch of my comrades, I was helping, trying to, get them back in society. You know what I'm saying? But back to my organization, nonprofit organization, which is the reason why I created or, I had the ideas, because when I was a youth, we went through. When I was a youth, I was running around. Yeah, I can't cover code it, but I was running around, wild, and I just thought about like the future, like why the hell, if we was gonna take over Brooklyn or we gonna take over New York City, why didn't we do it in a diplomatic way? Like why didn't we didn't have the elders to teach us and say, well, listen, this is the right way to go.
Absolutely.
Become a congressman, become a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Like we was in school learning and we had the education, but we didn't you know, we didn't
Take advantage. of it.
take advantage. Yes,
Take
we didn't take advantage. So when I Juveniles running for office is basically something that I wanted to educate the youth, give them skills, how a bill become a law, how to vote, you know, yeah, basically the vote, you know, to really get them in that point where they, instead of them looking for this type of job, they could become a council person, you know, or a legislator or whatever, you know, teaching our youth to become the next leaders.
Yes.
Because when you look at it now, who's going to be our next leader? Who's going to be our next Obama?
That's a good question.
You know
man.
what I'm saying? So we want to know, like, you know, this is why I wanted that organization to you know, to flame off. A lot of us been victims, like, when it comes down to being incarcerated. Because what they used to do in the 80s, y'all guys are familiar with this. What they used to do is, even though we did, I mean, I'm not a goody goody. I ain't gonna say I was all that. I boosted, you know, we always stayed fly. No, I'm just saying, I did things, you know, but I ain't kill nobody, you know what I mean? So, you know, so when they grabbed me up, what they was doing back then, they was grabbing young groups of kids up. They was it was a sweep. Yeah, they was grabbing them up. Some guys didn't even know they code to finish.
Wow.
So they was just putting them to murders, putting them on this, putting them on that, and this, as a result, they was incarcerated for something they didn't even do. You know what I'm saying? And Elizabeth Holtzman office, the district attorney Elizabeth Holtzman. Oh, I'm sorry, Elizabeth Holtzman office was in the 80s. Elizabeth Holtzman was one of the offices, the district attorney office in Brooklyn, that was gathering with the, you know, down with the, you know, the police precincts. They was gathering young men. It was a crack era at the time. There was a lot of stuff going on. So you couldn't identify who did this and who did that. Crackheads couldn't even identify who was that person. They was just putting it on. They was putting an identification and they was just grabbing you up. I know some guys that was grabbed up on a lineup just to be on the lineup, but they was snatched up from the lineup. You know what I'm saying? Right. Put in jail.
And just for reference, they used to, and they probably still do, give you $5, $10 to stand in the lineup.
Yeah.
It have nothing to do with it. So imagine if you standing in the lineup and somebody
pick you out. You look nice.
So I went into a little bit of history. I'm going a little to the history because that's what I don't want the youth today. I don't want them going through that. And they going through it. Little that they know, they going through it. It has got crazier. It's like it took us so far back. Like hip hop was something that was, you know, created to put us
to get us through whatever we
were the peace. It was about the peace. No, one time it was there for the peace.
Yes.
And then, you know, we had the peace, the whole era of peace, and then it became the enemy.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was our only Black Wall Street revisit. Hip hop. It was like our Black Wall Street revisited because it was this our creation. It was us. Man, we created go-karts in the streets and everything. I'm sorry. Yeah, we created a lot of things in society from hip hop. You know, dancing, moves, different styles, clothing, merchandise. So we did a lot in hip hop. Maybe we didn't all make it to see like Jay-Z. He made it up there, you know. And I'm proud of him. I'm really proud of him. To see him in the streets rapping when we was young, like battling, and to become one of my enemies at one time because it was a long story how we got into, you probably remember Marcy days when I got cut. So but yeah. You know, but this story is to show you how youth started changing. It started changing because like when we was coming from Fort Greene in the 80s, right? Coming from Fort Greene. So I didn't want nothing to happen to Tata because Tata had a sheepskin.
Oh, wow.
He had a sheepskin. So I said, we're gonna walk him because he was cool with my homegirl.
Yes.
I said, we're gonna walk him down Myrtle Avenue to Marcy.
Oh, wow.
So we walk him down to Myrtle Avenue, Marcy. My little man Shushan sees me because he thought I robbed him. And Macy's back, Macy's. I was snatching. I got you get caught. Yeah, you get caught. You snatch. You back in the days when we used to get caught in the bullpen, we used to go out and get mad, and we had to take somebody else's stuff. So that was a misunderstanding between me and little Sean. God bless him. That was my little man. Like after the fact, we got real cool, and the thing is, once we got to Marcy. Tata gonna tell Shushan, yo, that's Vaughn. That's the one that talks to Malika. He the one that he talked to my girl. He got my, so that was a lot of things like youth. These are youth. We all young. Jay and them is there. Jay, a bunch of all of them is there. Jay was skinny at the time.
Hold up, now I want to add to the story because I was there. And I had family in Marcy. I told them not to go down to the train station. Myrtle Avenue, what's that, Willoughby?
Yeah, Myrtle and Willoughby.
Like, so don't go because that was back in the days when it had the turnstile thing. You had to have a token.
A token.
To get through the turn. It wasn't no booth or nothing.
Really?
You had to put this in the turn.
Yeah, if you ain't had a token, you was done.
You know he ain't had no damn token. So they went down and the whole Marcy went behind them.
Yeah, but that was a thing when everybody came down there. I always carry something. I'm one of them dudes that always carried something with me. Like it was crazy, but I pulled out. I chased.
I hope D watching.
Yeah, D, my boy D in Georgia, man. Demetrius out in Georgia, one of my besties too. So yeah, we this to show you like our youth, our ignorance. But I pulled out and chased them guys around, and it was crazy. But I just wanted to share a little bit how, and then now look at this. Now look at Tata and JC. As a result of all this chaos when we was younger, my direction went to prison. Their direction was to, stay in the music industry. And they wasn't even in the music at that time. But Jay used to be at certain block parties rhyming.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't talk about that. But we used to go to block parties with DJs would let you get the mic and they'll rhyme. And there was one young man, he would definitely go to different block parties to rhyme. I remember him. But to make a long story short, at the time I got cut. I never got cut in prison. I got cut right there. Shu got cut. We both cut each other. And it was this. That's this. Because my juggler could have been cut. I could have been dead.
Yes.
He could have been, so it's the ignorance. And I'm like, I'm coming back. And that was my attitude. I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back. I'm in their area. I'm in Marcy. I'm in their project talking about I'm be back.
Back then, back then it was like that,
Yeah.
We always come back.
We took flight.
Yeah.
They had us out running from 4 months.
Yeah. No, you're in job. You're in job. Yeah, job. Yeah. Yeah, D was with me. But yeah, that was, that show you that a lot of times it was ignorance growing even in hip hop. It was growing. The crack era, everything was growing, and during that time, a lot of us was getting locked up for things we didn't do, for a lot of nonsense, like So and they took advantage of that. Like they took advantage of our weakness. Like I said, that was way before I was locked up. Now, mind you, I got locked up when I was 16 years old.
Yes, I remember that.
You remember?
Yes.
I was 16 years old, and I was the shortest guy in the lineup, bro.
Yes.
I was the shortest guy in the lineup. Like, if anybody would come to the lineup, they'd be like, that's him. That little bastard. That's him. You know what I'm saying? So it was this like obvious, like, who? That's him. Because my face was around a lot of places in New York. So, I mean, like, at a young age, we was moving around. Like, my boy Toby will tell you, we started spots and drug spots and putting them over here. But but to get back to the positive aspect of things, like I just wanted to share that, that moment because it's
Well,
like,
I'm glad you did because I told the stories about us a lot of times.
Yeah.
So you can just co-sign it.
oh yeah,
You gonna
yeah,
think I was
yeah,
lying.
yeah. Especially when like, yeah, it's like it's sad. Like it's really sad though. Like to really experience that. Like I said, I was the shortest guy in the precinct, and I mean in the lineup. And you can imagine not only me, could you imagine all the wrongful convicted, all those individuals that was like around my time that all got locked up for crimes that they didn't do, but they were just there, and that they didn't have no evidence of mens rea, what you call a criminal mind. They was just locking you up. If you ain't had, like, you didn't plan nothing with nobody, like somebody shot somebody, and we used to run, right? Yes. When people were in crowd, you remember, we used to run. If it's a shot go off in a jam or anywhere, we ran. We're not gonna stay there like. So we ran, and as a result, the detectives and police officers was looking for individuals who ran from that scene, and yeah, they was, and they locked up a lot of us in different situations. I mean, I've been locked up on a train tracks because of something happened, a body or something happened on the train tracks, and they came with the whole mob of police, and they chained us all.
It was that deep.
Yeah, and we was coming from Latin Quarters or Union Square, one of those parties, and they chained us all like a chain gang. They had us all chained up, and I'll tell you, this is all Black and Latinos, you know, and this show you like it just warped down, and that's why I really want Juveniles running for office to get in effect. I was hoping that, you know, the mindset of our youth can be converted for somehow, some way, you know. That's all good.
Well, that's a start. So now whatever we can do to help you with this movement, you got our.
And you know, it was an unfortunate, like even Derek could tell you, like I've been in it with the mayor. You know, I've been with the mayor when he was just, you know, Adams. We was this organization has been. I'm a 501c3, by the way, a one-man army. But Adams, even the mayor, the former the former mayor Adams,
a couple more months.
I told him, he's still the mayor. You know, we sat down. It's like we are in this table sitting down. I sat down with him plenty of occasions. When he was the borough president, and when he was, you know, but when he became mayor, I was on his campaign helping him. You guys know that. I was helping him, you know, become, you know, mayor of New York, because there wasn't that many youth attending in that. So I had a lot of youth come to the table, a lot of members of hip hop come to the table. I did the same thing for Lamar Whitehead, who unfortunately I had to pull away from, you know, because you know, a lot of individuals use your resources, and when you get individuals to use your resources and they don't do it the proper way, it becomes something different.
And for those of you who don't know, Lamar Whitehead, the hip hop bishop.
The hip hop bishop. Yeah.
You go back.
I was his right hand deacon. I was wherever you went, I was there.
He was the videographer.
I was the one who did all the videos, the one who got, you know, did everything for him. In that sense, when I started Juveniles running for office, this was like in 2017. So it's like I said, ignorance in its most. It's not like I don't. It's not that I stay away from a lot of individuals. I stay in my lane.
Yes.
I stay in my lane because I figure if everybody stay in their lane, we can come together collectively and do this thing.
Basically, if everybody stay in their lane, it's a clear path to the finish line. Nobody getting in your way. Everybody, we all get this. Many ways to get to the same destination. It's different ways, but we all. But if I jump in his lane and I'm doing what he's doing, or he, you know, we slow each other's motion. So it's get in your lane, get what you good at, follow that path, and go. So as far as focusing on the youth, it came to your mind that, you know, I want to educate the youth, because what I didn't know at that time, I want them to know so that they won't go through the narrative that I went through.
And I want to share something, not to throw it off, but this individual right here, man, yo, he did the whole bid with me, bro.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
These guys did the whole bid with me. Like, they was there, like, shoot, he into the army.
Mhm. Yes. True.
Made sure, you know, stayed in touch with me. And that's why when, you know, he asked me, yo, listen, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Real people do real things. It can't get no realer than that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And basically he utilizing that as a segue for the brothers that's behind the wall that's forgotten. This is something that he, every time we conversate, this is a word that he said, yo, I gotta put out. I gotta let them know what about. And this is where we're gonna go right there with that.
All right. So let me ask you this one. For the youngins that come up, the kids that coming up today, what can you tell them what to look out for and how they can avoid getting into the situations that you got caught up in?
I'm gonna answer that question, but I'm gonna break something down. I always had something to offer the youth. And I offer them, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Ready, Will, and Able.
What's the name again?
Ready, Willing, and Able.
Everybody know
Okay,
Ready, Will, and Able. They
Well,
got the vans.
Yeah. So I trained over, I could say over 10,000 youth to become, to give them a job, help them become, utilize a skill, whether it was culinary arts, whether it was cleaning up New York City streets, Dumbo, downtown, 125th Street, Uptown, Bronx. I was a supervisor for many years, and I exterminating, which my boy put me on. He told me about exterminating, and I've been exterminating ever since. Right? He'll tell you, yo, you know. So I've raised a lot of the conscience, because first of all, it's just like the spook who said by the door. You got to give them something in order to give them something.
I gave my partners to do their homework, to study about that.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, I'm serious. But it's just like that. You have to offer, you know, nowadays the mindset of these young men and women, you have to give them, you have to offer them something. You know, they're not gonna just take everything on face value, because the trust level is so low in the household. It in the streets is not gonna, it's like diminished unless they became a part of something. So that's what I had. That's what I had to offer them.
Bro, as much as we was out there wild, it's a whole different. You see now, bro.
Yeah, it's a whole different
world.
mentality.
The wilding they doing is much different than what we. They
Yeah.
killing people.
Yes, that was my next question.
They killing people.
Yeah.
So my thing is, what happened when you was in there and you see these young boys in there and they pull the trigger, and you could see that they wasn't built for that. But in the moment they squeezed that.
They squeezed. Yeah.
How was it seeing that? And knowing that they're gonna have a rough time during the time they're gonna have to serve, because you see it wasn't in them.
Yeah,
to be in there.
yeah, but see, you know, and it's crazy because, and it's sad because the institutions nowadays, when I got locked up, they had a lot of pressure on us, a lot of pressure. I mean, guys was getting raped, booty bandits was the booty bandits was out there up north waiting for you to slip.
Right.
See, and it took us years to fight these guys up north. Yeah, it took us years. We've been fighting them, tearing them up, just to protect our young youth.
Yes.
Because I was a youth, and it was like the homies, the old timers was like, yo, a lot of them that knew of me or knew me from the streets, they was like, yo, you gotta defend for yourself. You gotta fend for yourself. But once we know that you fend for yourself, we got you. And I never, I never cowered down. Like I always represented, myself as far as a human being or a man. Even though I was a boy, I had to represent myself as a man in there. And
You had to grow up fast.
I had to grow up fast and pretty fast. And it was just like, I'm happy that I didn't go through that. I'm happy that I didn't have to go through that. Because I had respect. Everywhere I went, it was respect. And it started from the streets. So when I got in there, it was like everybody that knew of me or heard about me in the streets, they automatically like accepted me as a young, wild little guy. Like, yo, that's Vaughn, man. He's crazy. So it was like it got passed on, and a lot of individuals respected that. Like, and it was like, I got busy though. Ain't like I had to get busy because we not count. And that's because you can't let nobody take advantage of you. So, but some individuals were so weak that we had to really protect them. It was bullies. Dudes were like, yo, ain't nobody getting on the phone. I'm like, that man got to call his mother. He got to call his mother. He going to get 6 minutes on that phone. Yo, Vaughn, why you got to say something? Yo, why you always protecting him? Nah, he got to get on the phone just like everybody else got to get on the phone. When all these kids get on the phone, then you could get on the phone later. We ain't having all that. Like, because you ain't going to bully them and then expect nobody in here to say nothing. So it was that type of heat. And nowadays, prison is different. Now we got rid of all those dudes. We got rid of that mentality, that booty bandit mentality.
So it changed like the streets.
It changed in a sense where now it's the gangs. Like the gangs, we had gangs when I came up. We had like outlaws and tomahawks and the savage nomads. We had the New York gangs. The original New York gangs was there already. I'm talking about white boys that was rough, big, you know what I mean? Like, but now that simmered down, it became something different. And when in non-trade, when the Bloods came, like they started recruiting the same little individuals I was protecting.
To give them protection.
To give them protection. Most of the Bloods that most of the guys that became the leaders was under us. It was people that we looked out for, like OG Mac. I used to get him on the phone when he was in the island. Yo, you can get on the phone, bro. I don't know you. You're from the Bronx. You can get on the phone. Later on, they became OG Mac. I was like, damn. Like guys like, and the leader of the Bloods. Like, I'm like, wow. So a lot of them, most of them guys that came up, some dudes did it because they wanted to take advantage of the youth. And a lot of us didn't have that. Like, we didn't want, like me, Rennie, and us. We was on some, nah. And Rennie will tell you, if anybody did anything to youth while we was there, they getting out. Well, we wasn't having that. So we and that's everywhere in New York State. You know what I mean? Because we more or less took it to the point where we're not gonna have it in New York State. So I don't care what prison you in, we're gonna have it where we are connected in each prison system, and we had it like that. And we had like legislators coming in, Green Haven Correction Facility. We had artists coming in. We had this community organizations coming in, so we was doing that type of stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like trying to get colleges back in the prison system. Okay, so, but now that's the difference. Like the difference was when these knuckleheads started, they messed all that up. So now I don't know what it is.
So you still keep in contact? or you do business up?
Well, I keep in contact with certain individuals that I know that was in there along us as my brothers
Yes.
and sisters, whatever. I keep in contact with them because they still lost in the source. Born Wag, another one, wrongful convicted, still incarcerated.
Oh, wow.
It's a few individuals still incarcerated, and the fight continues. The fight continues for those brothers to come home. I was working on a piece to give some family members some closure,
Okay.
because a lot of times a lot of individuals died in there and they was buried in Potter's Field.
Okay.
And they family members, they sons, they daughters don't know nothing about them. They and we the only ones, like me and my team, my Nubian brothers and my brothers, we the only ones that know these individuals and know how they behave, because some of the individuals we associated ourselves with, we laughed and we talked and we walked the yard with. And they loved ones is trying to figure out what happened. How was my father? How was my uncle? And they out here and they want to know that. And I be seeing a lot of these podcasters out here, and they don't share that. They just be worrying about the trolls and the negativity, but they don't really go into the deep part of giving family members closure.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like people could tell you. I know it's people out there, they could say, well, I know my uncle was locked up and he got killed in there, but I don't know what happened.
Yes.
And I got a brother named Agar who has like some obituaries of some of the brothers that was locked up. And it was like we were trying to like put something together. I asked Rennie, I asked a lot of individuals, like, give me the names of all the individuals you could remember that died in there. And they sent me a bunch of them.
All right. So for the young children or young adults that listen to you right now, what message you have for them so they can at least take heed of what you're saying of the system that taking advantage of the young youth, minority.
Yeah, man.
What message can you deliver to them?
Oh, to the young, one of my main messages is to think about your consequences or actions before you even do it. Try to even think twice. Think about your loved ones. Because once you go inside there's none of that.
Yes.
It's over. And God forbid if they ever make it back out. So to prevent that, just be patient. It's if any of the youth or their parents, need some type of mentor or need advice or on their young nephew or their grandson or anybody that's out there that you feel that he's being troubled or he's getting into trouble, they can reach out to me. They can reach out to you guys and you guys can reach out to me. And basically we can try to help them find a job. There's many resources. It's many resources.
So, all right, just right quick, give them your information just in case, they need to get in contact with you, they know where to look up you, your information. So just give some.
All right. You can find me, Juveniles Running for Office. That's JUV Juveniles Running with the number 4 at gmail.com. You can contact me through that way, or you can call me. You can hit me up on Facebook, Lavon Unique Richardson, LAVON Unique Richardson, and just hit me up. All my information is on that Facebook. So that's it.
Well, like I said, bro, this is an outlet for you as well. Now you see what we got here, and anything you need to speak, and you want to reach out to those families, and you want to reach out, and you get them names, and you want to holler at them through here,
bring it, brother.
Got
Reach
you,
out,
got
shoot
you, got
me,
you,
whatever, and bring it here.
got you.
We try to find those loved ones.
Of course, exactly. Hotep, yeah, thank you.
Be on your side, bro.
Real talk, real talk.
All right, bro.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We would like to say thank you and to follow us next on our next adventures and on next guest and on this podcast.
Peace.
The
Hello,
name
can
of our
you go?
podcast is Voices of the Bass.
Peace.
Proud of y'all, man.
The
That's
bass
good, man.
is for brothers and
Thanks, my
sisters
bro,
environment.
coming through.
It only
We are a
gets greater.
Community can network, and we are here for the community. We're not a podcast. Once again, we are trying to connect to the community and trying to make a difference because we've been and we've seen. So thank you. We're just going to give a love. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
It only gets greater, y'all. It only gets greater. It only gets greater. And thank you, everybody in the comments, everybody that reached out, how we
And
can
also
improve
I wanna say thank
ourselves.
you
We're going to do that.
for coming through. All right. Really appreciate
I
it.
gotta get a hug, man. That's my
Yes.
boy.
You all?